Like this, yeah, just move over back into the design sample.
15, 16, 17.
We're close. City projects, we talked about that. We're still in good shape. We are, and we're still in good shape. We're calling the state. Right, so we're still in the middle of this, but we have to realize. Those are, we did that.
Okay, it's 4 o'clock and we've got a quorum, so I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. And, excuse me. Megan sent out the minutes for everybody to look at. If everybody's had a chance to look at them, we will entertain a motion.
We've reviewed it before we vote.
Do I now?
We've reviewed it before we vote.
Oh, agenda. Been a while. I guess I'll ask for a motion to approve the agenda first. So second. Got a second, all in favor say aye. Any opposed likewise? Okay, now the minutes.
I make a motion.
Okay, got a motion to second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed likewise? Good, thank you. Okay, proposed approval of the reimbursement resolution, C.S.I. Memorial, and Chad's here. Not Chad, Chad's out of country. Chris isn't here.
You got the big team today.
Well, I had Chris on the agenda even after Chad wasn't here, how's you?
I have a resolution. Would you like me to present the resolution?
Yes, sir, please.
A resolution of the Catoosa County Development Authority with respect to the proposed financing of the acquisition, development, construction, equipping, and installation of a replacement hospital for the benefit of C.H.I. Memorial Hospital Georgia, Inc. through the issuance of one or more tax-exempt financings and other purposes. This resolution provides that C.H.I. can be reimbursed during the project, during the scope of the project, from the funds that will be tax-exempt bonds that this body intends to approve. The money is required by the Treasury regulation to be dispersed pursuant to a resolution of this group saying that C.H.I. can be reimbursed for expenditures made during the project. And that's the extent of it. It's very simple.
Okay, I will ask for a motion to approve the resolution for the bonding for Memorial Hospital.
It's just the reimbursement from the bond.
From the bond, I'm sorry.
So,
Second. Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Because if you're still on the table with the, temporary parking easement.
Right. This is a temporary easement for access and parking. It is an easement between the Catoosa County Development Authority and McCarty Building Companies, Inc. It provides that McCarty has a temporary easement to use a portion of the property owned by the Catoosa County Development Authority for the purpose of the general contractor parking his equipment and allowing his employees to park. The property is described as a concrete pad and access to the concrete pad. It is a temporary easement and it will remain in full force and effect until such time as grantee, which is the contractor, completes the construction activities on behalf of C.S.I. Memorial Georgia.
And what this is, the C.S.I. Memorial had reached out to the county about using the Colonnade parking lot for the workers that are building the new hospital. And with everything going on over here, we came back in the vacant lot west of where the new, you got Chinese Sports Medicine, and you've got the Tennessee Oncology building on the left. It's that grassy area above it. We're giving them the easement to get across the concrete road that ends there into that grassy area during the construction period of the hospital. And that way it'll keep everything off over here being real crowded.
So they're gonna pour a temporary pad?
Do I know? I don't think they're pouring a temporary pad. I think there's a concrete gravel. Gravel like that. And they'll put the property back like it was
Yes.
found.
And Catoosa County or the Development Authority will continue to have the use of the easement property so long as it doesn't interfere with the purpose of the easement.
What's the liability of the county or EDA?
They're putting an insurance, we're gonna have insurance, that's named on their liability insurance policy to cover us. We're gonna be co-named on the insurance to cover everything over there, so we won't have any liability. That was something that Chad and I talked about Dan early on. If we let them use insurance, we're gonna have to provide insurance for us.
When do they plan on being done? It opens what next?
It's December 25, they'll probably be done in November 25.
About a year, 15 months.
Yeah. And that's by the state regulations for the CON. It has to be open and ready to go January 1.
And there's no risk
26.
of interfering with any sale or anything of that nature.
I think there's we just require 30-day.
Notice. So we can, it won't hinder the sale of that property if he has it under contract. We'll all find something else to do.
Did anybody tell the Center for Sports Medicine that we're doing?
We're not going to be near them though, because we're going to be, you're going to have, when you go in, you go right to sports medicine, they're going to turn left and go up into, it's a public, the easement's already there for us to use. Because I mean, it won't be different than if they build a commercial building up there, there's going to be the same traffic in and out of the same entrances. And Chad looked over everything, and I guess Chad did it good.
And well, and they're required to provide general liability and workers' compensation insurance and provide us with certificates of insurance.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion for a temporary easement.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed likewise? Thank you. At this time, Amy, if you could give us a report on the chamber.
Sure, yeah, we're excited. Tomorrow is our Leadership Catoosa Tourism and Economic Development Day. So we have 21 members of our Leadership Catoosa class, and we're excited to hear from, I think it's going to be Jeff Wells tomorrow from, maybe you're going to join us if you have a chance, I'm not sure, I know maybe he's going to be there, so.
Yeah.
Catoosa County Public School bus across the county and taking a look at some, and just educating that class on what's going on in our community, what's on the tourism side and economic development. So very excited about that. And then November 7th is our Chamber Expo, the Showcase Catoosa Business Expo. We'll do the little 10,000 square foot of vacant space here. We'll have about 100 vendors. It's a great day for our businesses, small and large, quite frankly. Our nonprofits really, it helps them a lot to be able to tell their story and help engage people in what they're doing. So that's 10 to 2 on November 7th. And we're just about sold out of booth spaces, so that'll be another great community. I think middle school jazz band is going to kick it off for us, so it'll be a Christmas theme. We'll have Santa Claus and all that fun stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just a great way for our businesses to market to our community. We usually have somewhere between 650 and 1,000 attendees during that 4 hours. So we invite everybody to come and support the businesses in our area and be a part of that.
Okay, well, thank you. You got a lot going on with the chamber, so.
Yeah, and tomorrow, or Thursday, also one last thing, sorry, Thursday we're doing our, at the College and Career Academy is our firefighter, law enforcement, and emergency management personnel recognition luncheon. So I've still got some seats. If you don't have a reservation, you'd like to attend, let me know. It's 11:30 at the College and Career Academy. And
That's Thursday.
Thursday, 11:30, yep. We did that there last year, and we were kind of hoping that the 911 center would be open so we could do the ribbon cutting and all that. That didn't quite work out. They're in, but they're not quite ready. So we'll do a ribbon cutting for that later when we're ready for it. But it's a great space, and we like to do this. So that's it.
Thank you. And now we're going to get a College and Career Academy update from Marissa.
Well, and you kind of did that perfectly for me with one of the things I was going to share with 911. So we had a young lady come see us, I think either yesterday or Friday. And she graduated and she went to work for 911. So now she's back in the school. And she's actually working there. And she said that they told her that they were only going to recruit from the College and Career Academy now because she had caught on so quickly. So I just think that's a neat story that one of our graduates is coming back to school and working there. So it's a success story. And Sheriff Sisk had hired some of our students like 2 years ago and then last year from the graduating class. And I talked to him last week, and he said, the professional skills development that we do there, he said, it's made all the difference in the world. One, the kids want to be in the pathway, but then two, they're getting those professional skills development, and he said it's just night and day difference. And there was a couple of other things that I thought, I'm not sure if they're going to hold the keys to the jail or be in the jail, but they're all doing so great. We are, all of our pathways, some of our pathways are completely filled with a waiting list for next year, but most of them are almost at capacity for the next year, so we're having a lot of interest from the students. Last month, we had Roper, Shaw, and Volkswagen come tour interested in getting some apprenticeships, internships, get some of those kids to come to work, which I think is a great thing when you can get them while they're, like in their last semester of high school or in the summer between their junior and senior year, because they can kind of try it before you buy. And then with the chamber, we have our Reality U Days scheduled in March at all 3 high schools. And that is such an enlightening event for all of our high school students. It's not just the Career Academy students. We do that for all of our high school students. And that is the day when they're learning to manage a budget, pay bills, and that, if you go to the car station and you buy a Ferrari, you might not be able to afford food, so you have to pay the Ferrari back. So that's a good partnership we have with the chamber, and
our businesses love it.
Yes. So
I probably should know the answer to this question, I'm going to ask it anyway. For the pathways that are full, when those students apply for that, are they on a priority list to get into that pathway the next year, or how does that work? And can they still take the skill of development?
So in health science, we only take seniors. So we expanded this year to, we started at 12 seats in the morning and in the afternoon because we were going to do C&A. And the state was so backed up, we couldn't do C&A, which worked out great because we're doing patient care technician, PCT. We opened that up to 20 and 20, so we've got 40 seats there. But in that pathway, we get priority of students. that have taken the first 3 classes at their home school, and they need to take at least the first 2. So if we have, more enrolled in that pathway, we have a way to prioritize those. And we also prioritize students in that pathway that have done academics with us in their junior year. In like the welding, machines, and construction, they could start the next year in their senior year. But, and that would always be an option if they still want to do it. And those are the ones that kind of fill up the most. Our construction department made this, if anybody goes to the regular high school play, our construction department made the stage that rotates. So,
Clayton, is anybody got Rachel's report or?
no, they're in conference.
Okay. Okay, economic development for the JDA, Mr. Spencer.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we've seen continued requests for information come in. Those have slowed somewhat, which is not uncommon as we head kind of into Q4 and into the holidays as well as the election cycle. Those typically pick back up starting about mid-January. However, ongoing projects have continued to be strong. All the projects we've talked about previously, we're still negotiating, and the state's doing the work as well. So all of those will continue to move in a very positive direction on 3 of them. So we've had calls on all 3 of those actually in the last week. We continue to see positive progress. So we're going to continue to try to move that in the right direction. And just want to say as well, with our chamber partners as well as the College and Career Academy, both have been absolutely crucial in helping us recruit these businesses. The College and Career Academy gives us a big boost as we look at the future labor force and what that labor market looks like. So like I said, things have been positive to this point. It's been a strong year, and so we'll continue to hopefully close out this project we've got underway.
Tell me this real quick, I should discuss this, but the 2 projects that we've been in constant communication with on Cloud Springs Road, the big park up there, one of them cut back a little bit on their investment, but the other one went up, what, 70 million?
They're all still adjustments. They go through the actual engineering process. It's typically when you get those initial figures, those are typically what they call agnostic to a site. It's just what it looks like on a square foot basis. That changes once they start doing the actual engineering on the property itself. So, yeah, that's typical of what we see. And really, the one that went down did not change.
It is not material.
No, it didn't change much. The other one actually increased tremendously in our favor. And so those are still not what I would say are the final numbers as they get through the engineering. But the fact that they're actually engineering on site running those models is a very positive thing. Because typically when they get to that point, they're spending real money to consider that site. So that's positive.
Okay, thank you, Spencer. Okay, at this time, I would entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Mr. Chairman, we don't need one today.
We don't? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, well, with that thing, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn. Make a motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank everybody for your time.